Yo, it's GamaLlama back again, and we're reacting to these spiritual TikToks. I'm a spiritual person, and I'm trying to spread the message as well as help people promote their channels. Like so we got spiritual TikToks. I'm gonna subscribe to you right there. Everyone, go check out this channel, and we're gonna react to this compilation. So let's get right into it, guys. And I'm also, let's just get right to it.
Signs you're going through your.
So that's like referring to when you start feeling confident, like you find your role, like you know what you're doing in life. Like that's how you start feeling, and that's crazy. Did you notice that ancestors and that's stuff that people don't even sometimes people don't think about that stuff is like that our ancestors are watching over us and stuff, and we got to make them proud. But it's crazy.
Spiritual awakening.
I 100% sometimes feel like now it's not necessarily like a higher or lower, but it is like a splitting. Like you feel like you don't belong. You think different than a lot of people, and and it's not like it's not a cocky thing for me. It's more the simple fact that everybody makes fun of me or people look at me weird for the way I live and the things that I do. Like I haven't had meat for like 8 years or 7 years or something like that. And people will laugh at me and make fun of me, and it's just my whole life. There's 7 years I've dealt with a lot of just name calling and stuff, but it's just that's it makes me feel different. Like oh dang, but it's none of that's
go of fear and we can move in.
indigo children. I don't know, I feel like we all like a lot of people can just like unlock that in themselves. I don't believe that people are just special, but I feel like we're all special. But we just gotta unlock it and like realize it.
Into a totally new dimension of love, and that is where everything is. We have to let it go.
This is a Queen Elizabeth? Who is this?
We've got to move into a totally new dimension that's going to be amazing to people when they get there. The whole new world is going to be based on love. If you have love, there will be no violence, there will be no wars. It's a whole new direction.
Did you sign?
I mean, me being a spiritual person, I believe in like duality, that I can't get the love without the hate. That you need everything. Like there's peace because there was wars. We had these wars so that we can have times of peace. But after time passes, people start fighting again, and then it's another war. It's just the way it has to be. And you can't. I don't like to preach like a world where there's no wars and no like it's just sometimes you have to fight, sometimes you got to duke it out with just like you got to fight it out, but it's part of the way, it's just part of the way it is, and that's just what I think though.
Your contract? Contract? What contract? Your soul contract for the human experience. Hello, you're scheduled to reincarnate in less than 22 minutes? I totally forgot about that. Okay, you still got time, but you better go hurry. Okay, yeah. Lesson. Fine print. Meh. Ready?
Your future, it's not set.
Wait, what's the fine print? I don't know. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of videos about soul contracts and stuff. That's crazy.
Future can instantly change.
Oh, and by the way, the fine print is that you don't remember who you are.
With one decision, right? I can make a decision right now in this moment, and then I shift the timeline. Whereas most people believe every single negative thought they have about their future, and then interestingly begin to call that into their experience. You can be aligned at any given time with a certain timeline. Which one is it though? And you can tell by observing your internal emotions. How are you feeling in this moment? That's the #1 indicator. Your emotional state really is kind of like the GPS and telling you what thing you're headed towards. It's really awkward when people ask me, like, how do I stay in alignment? Because you're always in alignment with something, right? You just get to choose consciously what you want to be in alignment with. And so when people think, oh, I'm staying in alignment, what they're really suggesting is I'm conscientiously constantly redirecting my focus and intention and energy towards the thing I want to experience.
And there it is. That's another mic drop moment. I love it. I love it. It's so true. So many people are
Don't even gotta say much on that. She's just sitting on the head.
scared to say it, but I'll say it. There's a lot of cons to the law of attraction, so let's talk about the cons, and then we'll talk about the pros first. Okay, the pros are that the concept that you can co-create with reality has truth to it and is helpful to transcending fear. But here are the cons. It doesn't account for the subconscious mind attracting for you what you do not desire and unintentionally sabotaging you while trying to keep you safe. It also doesn't account for experiences that you choose in the spirit world, possibly as a wanderer. It doesn't account for karmic energetics. It doesn't account for soul lessons. And focusing on what you want is half the equation, because if you're only focusing on what you want, it implies that you don't have it, therefore pushing it away. It's missing the second half of the equation and doesn't incorporate the law of assumption, which to me is absolutely critical to the process. The subconscious mind attracts for us 90 to 95% of the time. Numbers may be less for an awakened being. And if we don't address the information and resistance coming from the subconscious, it's very difficult to co-create with reality. Also, there are things outside of our control that seemingly are random. Some say that you attract these things due to your vibration. I'd say this is not the full case. A perfect example is the one known as Yeshua, or Jesus Christ. Did he somehow attract the bad things happening to him because he was in a low vibration? I'm pretty sure that's a no. There are other determining factors as to what happens to you in life. Now, it could be any of these, or even more than what I've listed. From the book, 10 Secrets of Awakening, the secrets to understanding consciousness, life transformation, and self-realization.
Yo, that was pretty good stuff there. And honestly, the video was kind of long, so I kind of forgot like everything he said. But he did mention the law of assumption, which is basically like your creativity or your imagination, like, and it's like they're basically saying that it's like what you think all the time, you attract. Like, and basically, an example I could give you is like if let's say I keep. Okay, here's a perfect example. The new Call of Duty game's coming out, and if you're always thinking like, oh man, this game is gonna suck when it comes out, it's gonna suck, and it's gonna suck. Then it's like if you're thinking this, and when you finally get to play it, and then you play it, and then like you have a bad game, or you don't like the gun you're using, or you just kept losing, then you're gonna be like your instinct like, I knew it fucking sucked, I knew this game sucked, and it's gonna become true because you assumed it to be true, and that's like basically it's like I don't know, that's shit crazy, but keep it going.
4 main things determine what happens to you in this reality. Number 1, karmic consequences. Number 2, free will choices in the soul/spirit world. Number 3, your own free will choices while in your current body. Number 4, seemingly random experiences designed to help you evolve. From the book, 10 Secrets of Awakening.
Was that the second video or that the same one? But I mean, sometimes they say that your ancestors, and like sometimes they got to show you too, right? Or are we not? Am I not picking up the signs when I be healing from my traumas? I don't know.
And those
Shit crazy, dad.
who are watching this transformation will think that you have suddenly become magical. They will want to know what magic wand you have found. And you will say to them, I made peace with me. I stopped finding fault with me. I stopped finding fault with you. I stopped looking for reasons to feel bad, and I started looking for reasons to feel good. I stopped making the worst of things, and I started making the best of things.
Real quick, Abraham Hicks is a. I used to listen to those talks. I'll just play the videos when I'm driving, or if I'm working, I'll put in my earphones, and it's pretty good stuff. You guys need to check that out if you don't know who that is. Abraham Hicks.
Sorry, but I quit. This was fun. Have a wonderful life. Love you.
Sex
Sexual health is also spiritual health. Getting constant pain, discomfort, or side effects from your pH balance being off down there could be an indication that you have a fear around intimacy, that you might not trust your partner, or that your intuition is telling you no. Listen to your body, trust your intuition, and be picky with the energy that you allow into your life.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know much about sexual spirituality, but shit, crazy.
I can't talk right now. I'm doing hot girl.
Fuck being good, I'm a bad bitch. I'm sick of mother.
I don't know when this was. I can't tell you. Give me a time frame, or those I don't know. When was this?
What you believe to be true is being reflected back to you. If you believe you're not worthy, you'll attract people that also don't believe you're worthy, and they'll probably walk on you.
It's not just about how you think. It's also the way you carry yourself, because it's more like body language, and people can see that in you. People can see the way you react to things with your body language. It doesn't necessarily just have to mean because you're thinking it. Just remember that too.
If you believe
what you believe, it's like it's also like the way you carry your body.
that there's something wrong with you and people don't stay, you're probably going to attract people that don't stay. If you believe that you need to abandon yourself to make other people happy, then you'll probably attract people that reflect that back to you. So the answer to all this is to pull your energy back.
As yourself.
Yeah, cool. Oh, I like Ralph Smart. Let's see what he has to say. Man, I should have been doing this shit a long time ago. What am I thinking?
Self-expression increases, so does your self-love.
100%. When you start to express yourself, you're confident in who you are. Like, a lot of times people don't speak up because they're not confident in who they are. That's crazy, but he's saying that real shit.
I'm encouraging you today, deep divers, to speak your truth. Even if your voice shakes. You're looking a bit shaky, baby. Who cares? Because at least you spoke your truth. A lot of people feel stuff. They want to say it, but they're afraid. What are they going to think? No, deep divers, I really don't care what you think, because I love myself. I accept myself. And that's why people tune in daily. Why? Because they can see I'm human. Ralph has feelings. I'm also proud of deep divers that I only do these videos in one take. That's
Dang.
right.
That's
Only
hard
one
stuff.
take. Like whatever comes out, comes out. And I own it.
So you think
That's a Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters on YouTube. That guy, he helped me with my life with so much, and probably one of the main reasons I even started being a vegan, or not vegan, just to stop eating meat, because I'm not a vegan. I still be eating cheese and stuff. But check this out.
think there's NPCs?
I do. Dolores Cannon called the backdrop people. I tend to lean towards the possibility that there are certain characters that are involved in this game that are catalysts, that are pushing us along certain paths and forcing us to make certain choices that without them we wouldn't be making. But that's just a theory. I have no evidence for it except just my own personal. It's also possible that it's a game and there aren't these NPCs. Either way, it's a game aspect, and the reason that it's an interesting game, what Third Density does is it presents on a regular basis catalyst. And they use the word catalyst all the time, like boom, punching you in the face with it. And then you start to think about
My Bible. Sugar boys. I haven't seen my dog all day. He's been outside. Hey, with you. Bible. My husky, Babo. Come on. You can't even get him up here. You can't see him, but go there. I'm recording. Get out. I love you too, doing this. And Lucky.
it. The word comes up all the time that you confront these situations on a daily basis. You'll have a situation where you can help this person or you can make some money yourself, but nobody will know. It's a choice. What's the catalyst I'm going to make? Or you come upon a wallet with somebody's name in it and it's got $400 in it. Do you keep the money? Nobody will know. Do you
My guy's lit as hell. He's as high as hell. I think that it's just it's just natural, you know? There's some people that help you naturally, and there's some people that hurt you naturally, but it's not like they were like it's like a they're not like their own person, you know? They're also just other people.
Give it to the person. You know me? No. There's the
Motherfuckers out.
catalyst. I'm going to serve this person. I'm going to serve myself right now. Then it pushes us another ways along the path. And I'm not a big gamer, but as somebody that has played video games, I feel myself being moved along a map or journey that is guiding me, and I can see the links of those past catalysts, and that's why I believe it's a game. Perhaps there's elements of it that are predestined, but that within it, there's a game aspect to it.
If you want
See, I look back and think of the times and things and people and conversations that helped me and changed me and helped me grow, like they were catalysts in my life. But I think that stuff happens naturally. It happens because you put yourself in that situation and to meet that person through your decisions, and you know they also did the same thing. So it's just like it's not like it was meant to be, but you guys just both chose paths that eventually crossed, you know. But that's just what I think.
want to know the key to manifestation is to feel good. When you feel good, you attract good.
It's not even about. I think they just feeling good. I 100% agree with this. But that's Deion Sanders prime time, baby. That's when you know, you look good, feel good, you play good, and I believe that 100%.
Another clue is understanding that good is God and God is good.
Libra and Taurus are both ruled by Venus.
Why I gotta throw that in there? Not
So they're all about love, beauty, and romance, but there is a massive difference between the two. Libra is capable of viewing the beauty around them and appreciating the art behind it. And Taurus views the beauty around them and wants to own it. It is the sign of possessions. They want to appreciate the flower, bring it home, and take care of it. Okay, so
Yo, what the fuck? That shit kind of scared me a little bit. That was me during this time. That was me. I'm Aquarius also. Like I'm not even really big onto this shit, but like, what? Really bad. Yes, super dreams, constant daydream overthinking, extreme tired and laziness 100%. What the? That's crazy.
Okay, so this is something that I already knew, but hell is not a physical place where you burn for all eternity. It is all a state of mind.
I always say this. I swear, I always say this.
About this a lot, but this is the cycle of samsara. These are the 6 realms of existence that all humans live in, one of them being the hell realm. Now, these realms manifest as emotions and experiences, and we all cycle through these realms. Now, the primary emotion of the hell realm is hatred and anger, so naturally you enter it when you feel those emotions. There's a story that I heard about a samurai and a master. The samurai was just acting like he knew all the shit to know about the universe. The master was basically like, look at you, like your sword's dull, your robe's dusty. You should be ashamed to call yourself a samurai. The samurai got angry and began to draw his sword. The master basically just goes, that is opening up the gates to hell. And right then, the samurai realizes that he almost killed this master out of pure rage. So he gets on his knees and he just does this. Master goes, that is opening up the gates to heaven. So it's all in your head. Imagine if the samurai would have died with his hatred in his heart. What would have manifested after his death, or what would have crystallized, would have been hell, an angry, fiery place. That was my biggest realization.
And since I need you to come through on this one.
She said it, dog. Like, that's it right there. That's it right there. The mindset you create, like, you create it on here while you're alive. It's a mindset you have. You either have hell or you have heaven.
5 hours later. CJ, hey.
Oh, hell no. That shit would creep me the hell out.
Hey, I need you to meditate right now so you can get this download. Right now? Yes, right now. You even know what time it is. Do it look like I care about time? No. Do you want to manifest or do you not want to manifest? Do you want my help or not? Okay? You ask for my help. It's not the other way around. You gonna come any other time? Well, if you don't get your butt up out that bed, it's fine. What the hell is wrong with this bloodline? I'm telling you, this can't be my bloodline.
5 reasons
That's just funny. We've been seeing a lot of stuff about ancestors, and that's something that I'm not really like. I haven't. I don't know too much about that stuff, but maybe I need to start looking into that because I've always felt something about that. You know, when you're around your family, and it's crazy.
You're probably psychic, even if you don't think you are. You had an imaginary friend growing up. That was no imaginary friend, honey. That was real. That was a spirit. That was an alien. That was a spirit guide. It was something. 2, you struggle with mental health issues. This is very common in psychics because we're feeling so much more than the average person. It's sensory overload. We don't know how to handle it, and then our brains just can't process. 3, very sensitive, very emotional. Maybe you're sensitive to the way other people are thinking and feeling, sensitive to what people are saying to you. If you're very sensitive, you can't control emotions, you're probably psychic. 4, feeling like you never fit in growing up. Maybe you felt like you're not even supposed to be here. Maybe you don't like the human body. Somehow you did not fit in with the other kids. And 5, you're afraid of the dark. That is a very common one among young psychics who don't know they're psychic yet because you're feeling energies that are not in the 3D, so you don't know why you're afraid of the dark because you can't see it yet, but when you unlock your abilities, you'll see. Follow me for more.
Alright, there's some stuff going on in the world that isn't getting near enough coverage.
What?
See it yet, but when you unlock your abilities, you'll see. Follow me for more.
Jesus was spiritual. He was considered a rebel in those times. Hey, I've said that shit before too.
Alright, there's some stuff going on in the world that isn't getting near enough coverage by the United States media for some reason, so I'm about to show you. Pakistan is basically underwater right now, facing one of the worst floods they've ever had with a death toll of nearly 2,000 and counting. But Pakistan isn't the only country suffering from an insane flood right now.
That's crazy.
China, India, Central Europe, Germany, Austria, all these countries are facing insane floods right now.
Yo, they were just talking about the...
And the heat waves that are hitting India and Pakistan are the worst that they've been since 1901, 121 years. The heat waves are so intense that it's even melting the ground. It even melted some cars. And the Euphrates and the Tigris River are almost completely dry, which supply water to Turkey and Syria. And since the rivers are drying up, whole new cities are being discovered that have never been seen for thousands of years. So if you learned anything in science class, you know that we're not supposed to get snow on the equator. Well, Ecuador lies right on the equator and they're getting snow. And the crazy thing is, even Ecuador's mountains very rarely see snow. So the fact they're getting snow down in the city is some crazy stuff. And Lake Powell is so dry that it just broke below its critical level, which supplies its hydropower plants, which basically gives everyone in the West their electricity. It's crazy.
Okay, if your love language is touch, just hear me out.
That shit's crazy. I don't know what's going on, like whole switching and all that stuff, but the fact that all that stuff's going on is crazy.
Just wait. Just try this.
Well, I'm sorry I missed the beginning. What was that?
Love language is touch, just hear me out.
If your love language is touch, she said. Just hear me out.
Just wait. Just try this. I look like an idiot. Like, I know I look dumb, but like, I don't care. Like, it feels so good.
Poppy, show them who you really are.
Go again.
Go babies, go babies, go babies, go babies.
Show them who you really are. Hey, that's empowering as fuck. Oh, make sure you guys subscribe. Check out my other YouTube channels. I'll put all
This
things in the
exercise.
description. But, check out in the next one.